Hi friends, today we will discuss about batteries, which is a part of electrochemistry chapter of class 12. Batteries. Batteries are the device which are used as the electric source. It is the device which is used as the electric source. Device used as electric source. Mainly, batteries are the device which are used as the electric source. They are used to supply current in several devices. They are used to supply current in several devices. In batteries, mainly chemical reactions occurs. Chemical uh, uh, energies, chemical energies, chemical energy transformed into electrical energy. In batteries, chemical energies transformed into electrical energies. Chemical energies transformed into the electrical energies. What type of chemical reactions occurs in the battery? Mainly redox type chemical reactions occur in the batteries in the form of redox reactions, in the form of redox reaction, in the form of redox reaction, chemical energies transformed into the electrical energies in battery. Batteries is a series of connection of galvanic cells, several galvanic cells. Mainly batteries are the series of connection of several galvanic cells. If we classify the battery, then it is obvious that there are two types of batteries are there. One is primary batteries and another one is secondary batteries. One is primary batteries. One is primary batteries and another one is secondary batteries. Primary batteries and another one is secondary batteries. Primary batteries are not chargeable. Primary batteries are not chargeable. That is, there are use and throw type. Once they are used, then they are thrown into the dustbin. Once they are used, they are thrown into the dustbin. They are not chargeable. They are not chargeable. Primary batteries are not chargeable. Primary batteries are not chargeable. They, once they are used, they are thrown into the dustbin. Secondary batteries are rechargeable. That is, when their charge is finished, then it can be recharged again for the further used. Secondary batteries are rechargeable. So we can say that secondary batteries are rechargeable, that is reversible in nature. They can be used again and again. When the charge are finished, then they can be recharged again. And primary batteries are not chargeable, so they are use and throw type. So they are use and throw type. And secondary batteries are rechargeable, so they can be used again and again. Main two example of primary batteries are dry cell, and another example is the mercury cell. Mercury cell. And main two example of secondary cells are, one is lead storage cell, lead storage cell, and another one is a fuel cell. Fuel cell. Mainly there are two examples of secondary batteries: lead storage cell and fuel cell. And two examples of primary batteries are dry cells and mercury cells. Dry cell, it may also be called as Lakeland cell. It also may called as Lakeland cell. And this type of dry cells, mainly cell potential of the dry potential of dry cell is cell potential of dry cell is 1.5 volt. Cell potential of dry cell is 1.5 volt. Cell potential of dry cell is 1.5 volt. And it mainly its use is mainly as in the torches, torch, calculator, etc. Mainly small current is necessary where small current is necessary, small electric current is necessary, there dry cells are used. Small current means between 1.5 volt and above, 3 volt, 6 volt. Up to 6 volt, it can use as the we can use dry cell. So it is mainly used in torches, calculator, transistor, etc. Dry cells are mainly used in torch, calculator, and etc. And you know, dry cells are not chargeable. Not chargeable, so they are considered as primary cell, primary batteries. Dry cells are mainly primary batteries. For the discussion of each type of batteries, we have to discuss about their structures, what type of cathode, anode, and electrolytes are used, and we have to discuss about the cathode reaction, anode reactions, and overall reactions, how the electron flows occurs, and we will get the electrical energies by chemical reaction from chemical reactions. This is our main discussion matter. So before for the discussion of the dry cell, we should consider their structures, how dry cells are constructed. It should be discussed first. Just look, dry cells is nothing but a zinc container is taken. A zinc container is taken. In this zinc container, a metallic rod, a graphite rod is placed at the middle. A graphite rod is placed at the middle, which is taken in the perforated type, container, which are already enclosed in a black powder, that is the dust of manganese dioxide and carbon. And this graphite rod is connected to a metallic button, and this graphite rod should not touch this zinc container, and the whole container is thus formed, and the rest portion of this zinc container is filled with a solid paste of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Rest portion of this zinc container, is filled with ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. Again, I repeat, dry cells. In dry cells, a zinc container is taken. This zinc container acts as anode, and this zinc container, a graphite rod, is placed at the middle. This graphite rod should not touch this zinc, because this is acts as cathode, and cathode should not touch here. Graphite electrodes. Graphite, it acts as cathode. And this graphite is surrounded by a black paste of manganese dioxide, and carbon. And rest portion of the batteries are filled with ammonium chloride and zinc chloride, solid paste of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. These are the main structures of the dry cells. And after discussing structure, we have to discuss about their cathode reaction, anode reaction, and overall reaction. Cathode reactions, anode reactions, and overall reactions. At anode, mainly oxidations occurs, and at cathode, reductions occurs. At anode, oxidations occurs, and at cathode, reductions occurs. In case of batteries, in case of dry cells, in case of any batteries, at anode, oxidations occurs, and at anode, reductions occurs. And anode, oxidation reactions occurs. So zinc container is taken. Zinc loses 2 electrons to form Zn2 plus at anode. At anode, Zn loses 2 electrons to form Zn2 plus. Zinc is solid, and Zn2 plus is in aqueous medium, because ions exist in the aqueous medium. Now we have to consider about the cathode reaction. At cathode, reductions occurs. So in case of cathode, what happens? We have to discuss it. After in anode, when zinc loses 2 electrons, it reaches this 2 electron reaches to the cathode by external path, and at here this is the graphite cathode. Here electron reaches, and here also from the electrolyte ammonium ion from the electrolyte. This is ammonium chloride. Ammonium ion enters into this container and to the cathode, and this ammonium ion reaches at the cathode, and there already manganese dioxide is present. This manganese dioxide and electron reacts to give ammonia, hydrated magnesium oxide, just balance it to 2. Look at this. At cathode reduction occurs, and this rejected 2 electrons reaches at the cathode, and there it reacts with the ammonium ion and MnO2 to give ammonia gases. This to gives ammonia gases, and this is aqueous. If we add these 2 reactions, then we will get the overall reactions. Overall reactions is termed as electron will cancel. When we add the cathode and anode reactions, electron will cancel, and then in the reactant side it will be zinc solid plus 2 ammonium ion plus 2 MnO2 reacts to give Zn2 plus 2 ammonia plus 2 MnO to MnOH. This is the overall reactions. If we add these 2 reactions, electrons are cancelled. Then in the reactant side, zinc, ammonium ion, and MnO2 are present. In the production, Zn2 plus ammonia and MnOH are present. This is the overall reactions. This is the anode reaction. This is the cathode reactions. If we add this cathode and anode reaction, we will get the overall reactions. Just look at the products. In the overall reactions, it is observed that ammonia gas is obtained as a product, and this ammonia gas here produces. So ammonia gas will tend to comes out from the battery and will exert pressure here, and it may crack the battery. But this does not occur. Because these ammonia gases entraps. By reacting with Zn2 plus. When it reacts with Zn2 plus, in presence of it will react with ammonia to give a complex ion NH3O4 2 plus aqueous gas. Thus ammonia gas produces entraps by the Zn2 plus by reacting with the Zn2 plus ions and remains in the battery, and it does not exert any extra pressure, so battery does not crack. This is the working function of the dry cell. The most common primary cell is primary cell. We have seen this small batteries, small cells in different applications, like they are used in watches, hearing aids. At the hearing aids, mercury cells are used. They are used in hearing aids. They are used in hearing aids. Watches, toys. In some toys, they are also used. These mercury cells can supply small amount of current. Mainly mercury cells are used where small amount of current is necessary. Very small amount of current is necessary. So mercury cells cell potential is also very low. Cell potential equal to 1.35 volt. 1.35 volt. And it is not chargeable. It is not chargeable. So it is not chargeable. So it is seems to be a primary cell. Again I repeat, mercury cell is one of the common primary cell. Mercury cell is the one of the common primary cell. It mainly uses it is mainly used in the um, devices where low current is necessary, low amount of current is necessary, mainly in hearing aids, watches, toys, etc. In several fields. In these fields, mercury cells are used. Its cell potential is 1.35 volt and it is not chargeable. It is not chargeable. So it is primary cell. Again I repeat, mercury cell is a common primary cell. It is used in hearing aids, watches and toys. Its cell potential is 1.35 volt and it is not chargeable. Clear? Now we discuss about the mercury cell structure of the mercury cell, that is what cathode, what anode and what electrolytes are used in the mercury cell, and then we will discuss about their reactions, that is cathode reactions and anode reactions and overall reactions by which the electron flows occurs and will get the electrical energy from chemical energies. So let's discuss. In mercury cell, cathode is used in mercury cell. Mercuric oxide and carbon acts as cathode, and anode is zinc amalgam. Zinc amalgam is acts as anode, and electrolyte is the solid KOH paste. Solid KOH paste acts as the electrolyte. Again I repeat, in mercury cell, zinc amalgam acts as anode, mercury oxide acts as cathode, and KOH acts as electrolyte. Is that clear? Now we will discuss about the reactions, anode reactions. At first I will write anode reactions. In anode reaction, it is clear that in anode oxidation occurs. Oxidation occurs. So in anode oxidation occurs. So in anode, zinc amalgam transformed into zinc oxide. Zinc amalgam transformed into zinc oxide. Here, zinc oxidizes to zinc oxide. And for this reason, here we have to balance these reactions. So how will we balance these reactions? Just look. It occurs in the basic medium because KOH is the electrolyte. If we add water here, one water is added, then you can add 2 OH minus here. Just look, 2 oxygens, 2 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen. Balance. This is the balanced reactions. This is balanced, but charge is not still balanced. In reactant side 2 minus, but in product side 0 charge is observed. So to balance these reactions, we have to add 2 electron in the product side. Again I repeat, in anode reactions, loss of electrons occurs. Zinc amalgam, that is zinc, oxidizes to zinc oxide, and this is the balanced anode reactions, and where loss of electrons occurs. Now we have to write the cathode reactions. Just look, in cathode reactions, mercury oxide is taken. This mercury oxide transformed into mercury. So in cathode reductions occurs. So mercury oxide reduces to mercury. As it is occurs in the basic medium, so we have to balance this reaction in basic medium. By applying these rules, we can write H2O here. Here 1 H2O is used in the product side. Here H2O is used in the reactant side. Here 2 OH minus in the anode reaction. Here 2 OH minus ions in the product side. Now we have to balance the charge. Here 0 charge, and in the product side 2 minus. Therefore here 2 electron is added. 2 electron is added. Just look, in cathode reactions, electron gain of electrons occurs. So here reduction occurs. Again I repeat, in cathode mercury oxide transfer into mercury. Mercury oxide transfer into mercury, and mercury oxide reacts in presence of water to give OH minus ions and mercury. And here gain of electrons occurs. So here reduction occurs. At anode oxidation occurs. If we add these two reactions, then we will get the overall reactions. By adding these two reactions, we have electrons will cancel, and OH minus ion will also cancel, because in the anode reactions 2 OH minus ions at the anode, and in cathode reactions 2 OH minus ion is at the product side. So this 2 OH minus ions are cancelled, and here also water is also cancelled. So the remaining overall reactions becomes, zinc amalgam plus mercury oxide transformed into zinc oxide plus mercury. Zinc oxide plus mercury. This is the overall reactions. Look at the overall reactions, and the overall reactions, no ions are involved. And overall reactions, no ions are involved. That is, with time, concentration of the electrolyte does not changes. So in mercury cell, its cell potential remain constant throughout its lifetime, because concentration, there is no chance to decrease in the concentration of the electrolyte. So, and no ions are involved in the overall reactions. So its cell potential remain constant throughout its lifetime. We can write overall reactions of mercury cell, overall reaction of mercury cell does not involve any ions, and there is no chance of decreasing concentration of electrolyte. So its cell potential remain constant throughout its lifetime. Again I repeat, in overall reactions of the mercury cell, that is this is the overall reactions of the mercury cell. Overall reactions of the mercury cells indicates that there is no ions involved in the overall reactions. So its concentration, there is no chance to decrease in the concentration of the electrolyte. So its cell potential remain constant throughout its lifetime. This is the discussion about mercury cell. Clear?